The local project video, is brought to you by Redecor. Available now on Android and iOS. Download for free in the description of this video.
My name's David Neal. I'm one of the directors at Neal Architecture, and this is Marathon House, which was originally built in the late 1800s. Marathon House is located in Hawthorn East. It's a leafy suburb with lots of Victorian homes. Rob and Eliza came across Neal Architecture through friends of theirs who'd used us design their home, and we could tell that they were putting their trust in us from the start, designing a family home for them and their 3 children, and the way they wanted to lay it out that incorporated house and garden. One of the strong design features in this home when we walked into it was the Victorian archway in the front of the house. We felt that it was important to somehow incorporate this into the new work, so we've got a new double-glazed door archway at the end of the hall, and then as you work your way through the house you visually connect to the oversized brick archways at the back of the house. The idea is that one day they'll be covered with Boston ivy, so they just become these green arches in the garden, which will be beautiful. On this project we collaborated with Ben Scott Garden Designs. The idea really driving this job was to respect the large leafy neighbourhood. We retained a large date palm that we relocated into the centre of the garden, so when you're standing at the front of the house, the date palm is beautifully located to the side of the house. Eventually, with plants growing through wires and screens, the outlook from all areas will be into the garden and it become a private oasis. When it came to laying out the spaces, one thing that was important to our clients was to have a series of spaces that connect rather than one big sprawling open plan. We kept these principal rooms at the front of the house, which were the large, beautiful, intact rooms with fireplaces and beautiful features. And then moving through to the back, we opened up the house, bringing in light from all angles, as well as feeling like you're sitting in different garden rooms. And then upstairs, working over the undercroft entertainment space, is the 3 bedrooms for the children as well as their own living space. One of the lovely classic old features in this house was the doorbell, which we decided to retain and reinstate into the back of the house. Quite a classic piece of design. When considering materials for the new parts that we're building on this house, we were quite taken by the beautiful tones in the existing brickwork. So we decided to keep the bricks and reuse them, as well as other recycled bricks which were painted white. The idea behind using the recycled materials was really to give everything a slightly sort of aged look rather than it all being too slick. The idea was really a sense of lightness throughout, so not to be too heavy on the colour. We've really fallen in love with Inox tile, which is a beautiful bricky colour which we felt referenced the external brick colour beautifully. We've got a Inox tile up to 8 height in the powder room, which is a beautiful backdrop to one of the beautiful dark marble pedestal basins from Artedomus. And then the stone in the kitchen also has a bit of this sort of rusty vein coming through, which references really well to the tile on the hearth. So the whole combination worked really well together. The stone floor, which is called Andorra, comes from a small province between Spain and France. The Inox tiles come from Japan. then the marble in the kitchen also comes from Italy. I think the thing I'm most proud of is the fact that we have delivered a project to a client that's fulfilled their brief in every way, and it's something that they get a lot of pleasure out of.
This, the Local Project video, is brought to you by Redecor, a unique and free-to-play interior design game. Redecor allows you to style photorealistic rooms and create unique designs all from your mobile phone. Every level is a competition. Every room you design is judged by 10 other players, and then you are ranked from 1 to 10 to see who designed the best room. Have you ever thought how you would style the Oval Office if you were the president? Well, Redecor are now giving you the chance to decorate it however you want. So what would the Oval Office look like if it was designed by the Local Project? It would stay true to a natural colour palette, using blue tones as a key feature of the room. We'd show some restraint with materials to maximise the use of natural light that enters the space. And what about the furniture? Let's keep it consistent with the blue hues. Do you think you could do better? Download Redecor now from the link in the video description. Available now for free on Android and iOS.